Hey, it's Kyle, AA0Z. Welcome to the channel. This is the last video in the Missouri QSO Party 2026 series. First, I want to thank everyone for participating in the QSO Party. It was a very interesting weekend. Glad to see all of the mobiles and all the portables, everyone participating. It was a good time. Hope everyone dodged all the storms, because there was quite a bit of storm activity out there. Wanted to get into some topics here about the QSO Party. QSO Party is officially over. I went to the post office this morning and mailed the first place plaques to the winners. Congratulations to all of those who won. And now we're going to start on 2027. One of the things that we need to do for 2027 is migrate the database and the web pages. If you haven't been playing along at home, the Boeing Amateur Radio Club is not going to sponsor 2027. And I've got some clubs in mind to help pick up the sponsorship. So working on that. Also, if you haven't noticed, the website address has changed. It is MOQP.org. It is going to be a separate server, not reside on the Boeing Amateur Radio Group's website. So we got those changes coming this summer. We had about 350 logs total in 2026, a little bit down from 2025. Not really sure what that was about, but as I took over the Missouri QSO Party, I was very surprised in the amount of orphan calls. If you don't know what an orphan call is, or orphan log, it is people who don't submit their log, but others have submitted their logs and those calls are in those submitted logs. I'm sure that we had over 1,000 people who participated in the Missouri QSO Party but did not submit a log, which was very surprising. Didn't realize that the number was that high. So if you are one of those peeps and you're watching this and you made even one QSO, I highly encourage you to submit your log to the contest sponsors so you don't get put in the orphan logged call category. It's just very surprised on all of those calls that didn't, or the operators that didn't submit a log. Neither here nor there. We got to move on. Second thing that I wanted to talk about was the amount of mobiles and portables out there. We had, I think, a record number this year. I want to thank everyone who decided to work portable. That was a new category. We had many, probably, I want to say 8 or 9 of you who submitted logs in the portable category. There was also quite a few of mobiles. I think altogether in mobiles and portables, there was like 15 people, operators. Many of them were teams, so we easily had over 20 people participating in the QSO Party as mobile or portable, which was great. Some of the rules that we put in place were there to encourage the mobile and portable categories. We put that 50 QSO rule in place, and a lot of you took advantage of it. We even had N0U and N0R make a run with each other in the mobile category, which I believe, I'll have to go back and do some math, but N0U eked out a first place win over N0R, but I believe if N0R would have stayed in many of their counties and made more than 50 Qs, I think that they might have won first place. So, strategy. Strategy is key on, do you stay in a county and get those 50 Qs, or do you move on to the next county, start over? We also had another record. Operators almost activated every single county in Missouri. We activated, out of the 115 counties in Missouri, we activated 112. We were 3 short. I believe the 3 that were not activated, they were supposed to be activated on Sunday, but storms rolled in and the operator wasn't able to get to those counties to activate them. So, shout out to all of the operators again who got out there and activated. If we would have put all 115 counties on the air, that would have been amazing. Would have been stellar. So we've got a goal next year, 115 counties on the air. If you haven't downloaded your certificates, the certificates are live on the website. The website looks a little different than it did last year. We had a little hacking incident. We had to rebuild the website, but Mike Inzero SO, our webmaster extraordinaire, he got it up and rolling. We might be reaching out to some of you with some web hosting, web building skills. Maybe we can build a better Missouri QSO Party homepage in the future. Also, let's talk about the rules. So we changed the rules this year. We put in if you activated a county and you made more than 50 Qs, you got credit for that county. We also created the 40 meters and 80 meters during the day bonus points. I think that was a hit. There was a lot of people who took advantage of that. But we're also looking at some other rule changes for next year. We're looking for more bonus stations. If you have a club or a club call and you want to be a bonus station, let me know, reach out. We're also looking at integrating FT8 and making that a contest within a contest. So that is something we're looking into. I noticed that there was a lot of stations that didn't get on the high bands. They were just low band stations. So maybe we might take some of the categories, maybe shrink them down and make a new category for low band entry only. Not really sure. I bring this up because I want to hear your ideas on rule changes that you think are needed. I know that there is a lot of state QSO parties out there and they've got a lot of crazy rules. Some of them are great. Some of them, probably need to go by the wayside, but I'm looking for the rules that you guys find fun. I want to encourage more funness on the QSO party. The only way that we're going to get more people participating is if we make this QSO party fun and people want to participate in it year after year and they look forward to, the QSO party. Another thing, we're going to go back to the original weekend in April, the first weekend in 2027. We pushed it off in 2026 because of Easter. Easter doesn't fall on the first weekend in April, I don't think, until another 14 years from now. So I think we're good to go. If I am still administrating the QSO party 14 years from now, I might be doing it from my nursing home bed. So if you want to take over the Missouri QSO party in a couple of years, let me know. I'd be more than happy to show you the ropes and everything that needs to go into it to make it so. Let's talk about plaques for a minute. I want another award system. I don't know what that award system looks like, but maybe what we can do is the sponsors can give, you know, a set dollar amount, and then the winners can choose on what they would like to have, maybe a t-shirt, maybe a sweatshirt. Pixie, come here. Maybe something, you know, a tumbler, whatever the case may be. But I think that the plaque days are done. If you disagree with me, leave a comment. I know that a lot of people like their coffee mugs and their plaques. I just wish that there was a better way at distributing the awards, the first place awards, to the winners versus plaques that hang on the wall. I don't know about you guys, but I've got a bunch of plaques that are literally just sitting in a tub. So if we can find a better way, I know that a lot of QSO parties, they, you know, send wine, they send summer sausage, they send this or that. I'm looking for ideas. So if you guys have any ideas on better first place awards, leave them in the comments below. Email me directly. I'm all for it. We're also working on taking all of the logs from all of the years. I believe that this was year number 24 for the Missouri QSO party. That's at least the amount of logs that we have, and putting all of the logs and all of the scores and everything into a single database, which then will allow us to do some cool stats, would allow us to put records. I know that Jim, if you're watching KKOU, he's been asking for records on the website that would allow us to do that, and some other really cool stuff. So that is in the works for the website. We're also looking at doing some other cool things from a tracking standpoint. I'd like to get a better tracker out there. I think that with the days of AI and some smarts behind it, I think that we can build a really all-inclusive tracker. Maybe I can work with Jeff to put some more thought into, you know, it's great that we put in where we're going to be on a Saturday or a Sunday, but wouldn't it be cool to be able to track exactly where you're at with the APRS tracker? That's a good start, but also put in some type of list and know that whenever you're 3 counties into your route, that you've already missed those 3 counties and you probably need to go find those 3 counties somewhere else. I think that is a cool feature because, you know, I'm not keeping track of what your route is if you're a mobile or you're a portable. I'm just trying to make queues. Got a lot of things going on, but it would be a great thing to have a visual aid to show that, oh crap, I missed Jeff in these 3 counties. Now I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna get those 3 counties from somebody else. Maybe that somebody else is going to hit those 3 counties and I need to be on the watch for that operator to make sure that I get those queues in the books. So I think there's some really cool stuff we can do with that tracker. So more to come. I think that is about it from here. Just wanted to do a quick update. Again, thanks to all of the operators that participated. It was a fun weekend. I had a blast. I partnered up with my friend Steve, KG5T, and we did a remote from the contest station down in Steelville at W0ECC. It was awesome. And I heard a lot of thank yous and good jobs from people whenever I saw them at Dayton. So thank you for reaching out and showing your being appreciative of all the work and all of the things that go into making the QSO party great. And I think that is about it. If I think of anything else, I'll splice it in here, but just wanted to do a final recap of the Missouri QSO party and to tell you that we have officially started on 2027. We got 9 months, 10 months. So get your radios fired up. It's going to be here before you know it. Thanks, 73.